One of the most dangerous things for our civil rights is when our local police officer is really bored and has nothing to do and has to go out in search of problems. So this kid in Wisconsin is out one night with friends. He drops by his house to pick something up, leaves his truck running in the driveway. A local cop is just driving around and he thinks this is suspicious and he walks up to investigate.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what are you doing? Why is your car in the middle of the road?
Because I live here.
Okay, well,
Own this property.
not the road, you don't.
Yeah, we do, man.
Okay, come over here.
What the hell
said
is
to
your
stop.
problem?
So not to get in the truck.
Stop it.
You stop.
What the
I told you not to get in the truck and you pulled away from me.
Why are you even bothering? You should have just said, who are you? And I would have said, oh, I'm here. I live here. Okay, have a nice night. Thanks for patrolling the property. We appreciate it.
As a practicing civil rights lawyer, I'll go over some of the constitutional rights at play that you should understand. And if you like going over police encounters that are interesting and important court cases, then please subscribe, because I try to put a video up at least twice a week. Now let's break down the footage. And it's great to be back. I just went on vacation to Ocean City, Maryland, and I came back to the office here where the AC promptly went out and it's hot outside. So let's get down to it. This video comes to us from St. Croix, Wisconsin. It was submitted by the kid you'll see in the video. His name is Luke Sandall. And this is what he says happened. He was having a bonfire on his own property, but he forgot a few things in his garage. So instead of pulling all the way back up to the house in the driveway, which would wake up sleeping family members, he pulls back in front of the second driveway, which is a secluded dead-end road with no traffic, and he ran back into his garage for just 2 to 3 minutes. And upon returning, he sees a person open his door and was rummaging around in his truck. Now, this person ended up being a sheriff's deputy who he says was instantly aggressive with him and grabbed onto him without identifying himself as a police officer. Didn't know who he was.
and 19 dispatch on 2, copy of VIN.
19 on 2, go ahead.
1 Frank, Tom, 7 William, 2 Boy, 6 7 Henry Edward, Boy, 293. Stand by. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Hang on. Stand over here.
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? Stand over here.
What the hell are you doing?
Why is your car in the middle of the road?
Because I live here.
Okay, well,
Own this property.
not the road, you don't.
Yeah, we do, man.
Okay, come over here.
Stop.
Come over here, I said.
Stop it. Get the f*** out of here. What the hell is your
said to
problem?
stop, dude.
What the
I
hell
said
is
to
your
stop.
problem?
So not to get in the truck.
Stop it.
You stop. Dude,
What the What the are you doing?
I told you to stop, dude.
You stop. You
Truck's in the middle of the road here.
Who do you think lives here, you dead You fucking Oh my god.
You're trying to get in the truck, dude, and you smell like alcohol.
So continuing with what Luke wrote, he said the deputy instantly and aggressively grabbed onto him after he tried to shut his door. Within the first minute, Luke was thrown to the ground after being grabbed multiple times in need, which resulted in broken ribs after he was called a name. He says that this was a random patrol and there was no complaint or call. He also says that it's important to note that there were no emergency lights activated. The officer never identified himself in advance nor gave any commands. Nevertheless, he ended up getting charged with resisting.
19 dispatch on EMS.
4019 EMS for emergency or routine.
Emergent. After use of force.
Emergent after use of force 107. Control there.
come up emergent.
What the hell is your problem?
I told you not to get in the truck.
I live here. This is our property.
Your truck's public
idiot.
road here, dude.
Dude, I don't give a f***. Get the f*** off of me. You're so f***ing fired. You are f***ing stupid.
Put your hand behind your back.
You're f***ing stupid.
Put your hand behind your back.
So you're doing this because I'm parked in front of my own property?
I'm investigating why your car is parked.
Because it's here. It's not a big deal. How about you just walk away, man?
Okay.
What the hell is your problem?
I said stop it.
No, listen here. You're going to look at me and you're going to talk to me like a f***ing man.
Put your hand behind your back for now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not.
Put your hand behind your
You're
back.
on my property. Shut the f*** up, dude.
Put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not. You're going to talk to me like a normal
Your hand
person,
behind your back.
and you're going to quit being an asshole. Oh my God. You're f***ing stupid. You're f***ing stupid, man. You're f***ing stupid. Stop. What are you doing? What are you
Putting you in
doing?
handcuffs. Just handing you.
For what?
Did not specify, he just said.
You're on my property, you f***ing idiot.
Not on the
Stop.
property. You're on the
Yes,
roadway.
you are. You're in the f***ing driveway, you f***ing idiot. Stop. How about you talk to me like a
I said put your hands behind your back.
How about you f***ing talk to me like a goddamn
I
person?
told you. Put your hands behind your back.
Idiot, you f***ing retard. You're f***ing stupid as f***. Get in my f***ing truck and look at my shit. You're f***ing stupid, dude. Could have just been a simple conversation. Oh yeah, you're the Sandal kid, you live here, that's okay. And I'll be like, hey, have a nice night. But no, you're being a f***ing idiot.
I told you not to get in the truck and you pulled away from me.
Why are you even bothering? You should have just said, who are you? And I would have said, oh, I'm here. I live here. Okay, have a nice night. Thanks for patrolling the property. We appreciate it because we don't want anybody f***ing around here in the middle of the night. Okay? That's all it would have had to been. But you're being an asshole instead of just using your f***ing common sense in your head. Okay? That's the issue right here. And then you threw me on the f***ing ground like a jackass. So, how about we start it again? Let's start this again, okay? And we can get past this. How about that? Huh? Does that sound good to you? Oh, now you're going to handcuff. Okay, nope, now we're done.
I told you you were going in handcuffs so you can detain you.
Nope,
Figure out what's
now
going
we're
on
done.
here.
Nope, we're done. I'm
All
not
right.
going to work with you anymore. Nope,
You okay?
we're done. Nope, we're not going to work.
Okay.
I'm not going to work with you. Nope, Mom, the f***ing cops over here harassing me on our own property. Yeah, exactly.
I'll explain to you in a second here.
You don't need to explain shit, you f***ing idiot.
Just chill out. Sit back a second.
You, man, you're being a f***ing idiot. That's what. I can tell in your f***ing eyes you're afraid. You're being a f***ing
I'm not an
douchebag
idiot.
right now. Yes, you are being a f***ing idiot. You f***ing idiot. You need some goddamn common sense. Stupid ass. You're being a f***ing dumbass right now. You know that?
Sit in there for a minute.
No, I'm not.
Sitting there
You're
for a
gonna
minute.
talk to me like a f***ing man.
I will talk to you in a minute. I said sit in there.
No. Oh, that felt good.
Get it? Truck.
You're a f***ing dumbass.
That's the end of the footage, and that may have been the most F-bombs that I've ever had to bleep out of any video. There was no call, just a cop driving around. He sees something that he believes is suspicious. He gets out and investigates. But then the situation immediately escalates. And that answers our first question. Was the Fourth Amendment implicated? Well, was there a detention? Yes. The instant that the officer seized Luke, he was detained, and therefore the Fourth Amendment was implicated. In order for the officer's seizure of Luke to be justified, he has to have had reasonable suspicion to believe that some crime had occurred. Just watching the video, we are missing some context, because the video itself doesn't explain why he was there. When analyzing whether or not reasonable suspicion exists to detain somebody, or even probable cause to make a warrantless arrest of somebody, we have to look at the facts. What information was the officer presented with that he acted on? I was actually able to get a hold of the police report from the St. Croix County Sheriff's Office written by Deputy Chase Durand. And this is what he wrote in his report. On Saturday, May 4th, 2024, at 0103 hours, I, Sergeant Durand, was on patrol when I was checking the Twin Springs boat launch in Somerset Township. I located a Ford F-250 parked unoccupied in the wrong lane of traffic and running at the entrance to Twin Springs boat launch at the top of the hill. The vehicle was bearing a dealer plate that returned to a one-way auto out of Princeton, Minnesota. The truck was blocking the boat ramp entrance, parked in front of a driveway, and also parked in a no parking zone on Twin Springs Road. I went down the hill to check the boat launch as I had just observed a pickup truck drive to the landing. I located no subjects at the landing, and there were 3 pickup trucks parked and a third vehicle with a boat trailer. All the vehicles appeared to be off. I then returned to the top of the hill and pulled behind the truck. I checked the truck on foot again and observed the driver door to be not fully shut. At that point, I believed the truck to possibly be an abandoned, stolen vehicle or subjects engaging in criminal activity. The VIN plate on the hood was too high for me to see, and I opened the door to check the VIN on the door frame. While reading the VIN to dispatch to check its status, I heard a subject come up behind me from the dark and say hello. The deputy then goes on to say that he allegedly smelled alcohol on Lucas, thereby creating the only possible crime that could form the basis of reasonable suspicion in my mind here. Some worry that this guy was drunk and was about to operate a vehicle on a public road. He says that Lucas was going towards the open driver door, and it appeared that he was going to enter the truck. I asked the male to stand over here, and I lightly grabbed his arm to direct him away from the truck door. The male subject had a strong odor of intoxicating beverages emitting from his person. The male subject aggressively pulled his arm away and said, "What the F are you doing?" I told the male to stand to my left away from the truck and pointed with my flashlight. He failed to comply and started to go towards the open truck door again. I asked why his vehicle was parked in the middle of the road. He responded, "Because I live here, because we own the property." I advised him not the road, and he said, "Yeah, we do, man." The male subject then went to open the back door of the truck. I secured his right arm and attempted to direct him away from the truck again. But does the officer's report and his claim that he's concerned about a possible intoxicated driver endangering people on the road, does that hold up to the body cam footage? Let's look at it again. I don't think so, because count it. It's like 5 seconds from when he first sees Lucas until he attempts to forcibly seize him.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Hang on. Stand over here.
What the fuck are you
Stand
doing?
up. What are you doing? Stand over here.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Why is your car in the middle of the road?
Because I live here,
Okay, well,
own this property.
not the road, you don't.
Yeah, we do, man.
Okay, come over here.
Stop.
Come over here, I said.
Stop it.
Says nothing about smelling alcohol. Looks to me that is way too fast, even to pass the smell test, no pun intended, for cops smelling alcohol. The real investigation that the footage shows he's engaged in is improper parking, most of which appears to be on private property. And as we can also see from the footage, Lucas indeed informed the deputy that he lived there. And one other thing, in this footage, we see Lucas going for the passenger door, not the driver's side door where he would immediately be able to operate the vehicle. In my opinion, the officer way jumped the gun here. I mean, how could he have handled this differently? Say you have a police officer who has it in their mind, like, all right, I need to abide by the Constitution to which I took an oath to protect. Even if this kid's running his mouth at me, and even if I don't like him, whatever, it doesn't matter because I'm also serving and protecting the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment. There was no emergency reason he had to lay his hands on this kid within 5 seconds. There was no call. There was no report of a guy with a gun. Nothing like that. He was just investigating a truck that was running in a driveway. Yeah, okay, it was late at night. It was sort of suspicious. And since the kid was not subject to a traffic stop, he was not under arrest, he had not been seized, it is always his option to not engage with a police officer. He doesn't have to answer any questions. What should that officer have done Well, if somebody doesn't want to answer questions, you don't just put your hands on them and grab them, put them in handcuffs, and then ask them questions. You look at your other options. You observe them. Does he get in the truck and drive? Does he appear to be intoxicated? Do you see him committing a crime? This is just another example of seize first, arrest first, then ask questions later to put together your police report. So in my opinion, that in and of itself right there was a Fourth Amendment violation. And if this occurred a little further up the driveway, I think we could look at the issue of whether or not it occurred within the curtilage of this guy's home. As I've discussed in many, many videos, he would then need a warrant to detain or seize or arrest Lucas, which of course he didn't have. Moreover, in addition to the unreasonable, therefore illegal seizure of Lucas, I also believe that there was a moment of excessive force here. There was an injury that occurred to Lucas's ribs, and I think we can see on the video exactly when that occurs, because you can see that Lucas and hear that he's in pain.
You're trying to get in the truck, dude, and you smell like alcohol.
Now, if this police officer did that for the purpose of inflicting pain because Lucas was running his mouth, which he was, and not because there was some justifiable reason that he had to use this force to effectuate the seizure because Lucas was resisting or whatever, if it was unnecessary, then that in and of itself is another Fourth Amendment violation. And even though the officer put all these details in his report that, oh yeah, Lucas postured in this way, Lucas tried to hit him in this way, I mean, that's commonly found in these reports. I think we can see here that it's pretty safely BS. This all happened very quickly. Lucas was running his mouth, and then he sort of taught him a lesson. So I think we have an illegal seizure. I think we also have an illegal use of excessive force. So Lucas was actually charged with obstruction, and to my understanding, those charges are still pending. So like always, if Lucas ever wants to file a 1983 lawsuit in order to hold this officer liable for constitutional violations, he will probably have to beat that criminal charge first. So that's usually step one. This encounter really serves as a reminder, whether you're the police officer or the citizen, when cameras are involved, you are constantly acting as your own witness. Thus, while you have the right to throw F-bombs, like 100 F-bombs, don't do it, because eventually, if things go well and your rights were violated, you're going to show that to a jury, and they're not going to like that. They're just not. And a judge is not going to like that. And if you're a police officer, no one's going to like you throwing F-bombs either. I'm curious to know your opinion of this footage. Do you see any discrepancies that I didn't mention? Do you think the officer handled this properly? Do you think Lucas handled this properly? Let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell for more police encounters and constitutional rights discussions. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.